Okay, good. Now it started. So, with thanks to my co-host Sushmita and my student, we will continue our journey into modern periodic table. Okay. So, modern periodic table depends on atomic number. First point. So, the main base all earlier attempts were based on the atomic mass. So that only will remove it. That is only giving the problem to all. So when you change the base, okay, so this house is not good because base is not good. You will demolish this house. You go for new construction by making the foundation strong, base strong. How if you, the more strong you make in the 11th class, 12th class becomes very easy. So 11th class is the foundation for the 12th class. So make for 11th class a strong foundation. In the same way, the main foundation is removed. I am going to remove the atomic mass. So I will take atomic number because atomic number is the most important for everything, whether it is electrical property or magnetic property or any color property, chemical property, behavior property, arrangement property, shape property. So all the properties are explained on electrons. So that's why an electron number is nothing but a proton number, nothing but atomic number. So it is atomic number which is more important than any number. So for every atom, there is a peculiar, there is a earmarked number known as the atomic number, which is very important. On that number only, we can tell all the properties. So the basic change by mostly team was change the law. That too, the last word. What are the last word? I'll repeat Mendeleev's law. The properties of elements are the periodic functions of their atomic masses. So change the mass into number. Now modern periodic law. Atomic properties of elements are the properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic numbers. This is known as what? Modern periodic law. So in the examination, if he asks that state periodic law, which law you will write? Latest one. That time don't make the confusion that so he has asked the periodic law, whether a modern law or Mendeleev law. So always you should go for the latest one. Okay. So latest one is the best one. So periodic law means it is the modern periodic law given by the Mosley team. Okay. So uh, second factor by the Mendeleev was what? Grouping of similar elements that is carried because properties are very important. So without changing the second base, first base was changed. So now the modern periodic table is made on the two grounds. Main ground is what? Atomic number. Second is grouping of similar elements. So that means whenever we arrange in the increasing order of atomic number from left to right or from top to bottom, property repeats after a definite time interval. So this is known as what? Periodicity, periodic properties. Okay, right. Now, next one. Already I told about the law. So modern periodic law I told. So I will just flash that law. Then we'll go to the next one. Okay, already we know this law. Hmm? Okay, so now I'll go to the next part of the discussion, which is very important, right? Okay. Why atomic number and not atomic mass? This also I explained because it is the most important what a guideline which tells about the attractive force, repulsive force, shape, bonding. That's why atomic number is given top priority. And the present modern periodic table is also called as what? Long form of a periodic table. Why the word long form? It looks long compared to the earlier tables. Now the present table is looking long. Okay, so you see extreme left, extreme right, and in between at the bottom. So everywhere it is looking long. So that's why it is called long form of a periodic table. Okay, so why it is looking long, we'll discuss later. Okay, so as of now, if you see the modern periodic table, we have totally eight periods, sorry, eight groups and seven periods. And those eight groups are named as 1A, 1B, 1 to 8 all A, and 1 to B all B. That means 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B. So afterwards, after most is guidelines, once again one more team came. They said, why to give 1A, 1B, 1, 2A, 2B? Straight away using a Hindu Arabic number. So 1 to 18. So 1 to 18 are the group numbers, and 1 to 7 are the period numbers. Okay. So this is the what IUPAC has made some changes. So IUPAC means International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So it is the organization, okay, where all the chemistry related queries it will answer. Okay. So many scientists, many professors of the world are members to that IUPAC. So they are all seniors. So they will take decision. So any queries, it will go to IUPAC, and IUPAC will clarify all the doubt related to the chemistry. Okay, right. This is our modern periodic table, also called as long form of periodic table. I am giving you some 2 to 3 minutes time. Kindly go through. Okay. So just have a glance over the left side, right side, in between left and right, and at the bottom. Colors also. Okay. So with different colors they are made. Why the colors are made, so what that color mean, everything is given on the table. Okay. Green means what, non-metal. Okay. Bluish means what, noble metal, but chemically least reactive. Separate color is given. Metalloid, it shows both character. They are diagonal. So in the P block you'll find diagonal members, they are called metalloids. Okay. So with orange color, there are alkali metals. With yellowish shade, there are alkaline earth metals. So the colors, by looking the color, so easily we can identify. So we'll tell the properties also. So the most beautiful table as of now, and it is the most liked also. How the quantum mechanical model was the most accepted and the admired model, in the same way, this is also most accepted and most admired table of the modern era till today. See here, after the 2 minutes of gap going through. Okay. So if you can see this table, you will find, I told you, no, totally we have 18 groups. Group number 1, hydrogen to francium. Second group, beryllium to radium. Group number 3, is here. Okay, here it is. No, 3 is here. Scandium family. Then a titanium family, vanadium family, chromium family, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. Then comes 13th group, boron family. Then 14th group, carbon family. 15th group, nitrogen family. 16th group, oxygen family. 17th group, fluorine family. 18th group, noble gas family or inert gas family. Zero group family. Earlier, this group was called as zero group. Why? Because their electronic configuration is totally packed, fully filled. So they are chemically least reactive. Neither they are ready to give electrons, nor ready to accept electron, and nor ready to share also. Neither losing, nor gaining, nor sharing, nor coordinating. So no work by these elements. So therefore they are chemically least reactive or zero. But now we have xenon compounds are available in the chemistry as you go to higher class. So neon compounds are there, argon compounds are there, krypton compounds are there, xenon compounds are there. Mainly xenon compounds are more. Okay, so that shows that they too can react. They too can react, provided you have to go for a strong conditions, under strong temperature, under strong pressure, under strong catalytic conditions, using promoters. So all those stringent conditions by force, if you go no, then definitely they give some reactions. Okay. So that's why. So now they are not called as a zero group. They are called as noble gases, or the most better, the most best word for 18th group is they are chemically least reactive. I am not saying that zero, least. Some amount of reactivity is there. Okay, but though they are least, they will show in that list only how much possibility is there. They will show some reactivity. So The 18th group is called as what? Chemically least reactive noble gas group 18. That is the last one. Okay. And period wise, if you go left to right, okay. So first period, hydrogen and the helium. Second period, lithium, beryllium. Now move left to right. Boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. Now third period starts from sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon. And the fourth period starts from potassium and calcium, 20th atomic number. Okay. So remaining from scandium onwards, we will discuss in the 12th class. This entire block is called as D block. Okay. So why I am using the word D block? This is called as the S block. Extreme lefty. There are two columns, So two groups are there. They are called as what? They are called as S block elements. And the extreme right, starting from boron group, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and the helium, neon. So those six groups are called as P block. Okay, and at the in between S and the P block, this big block is there. No? This is called what? D block. In the D block, how many groups are there? Scandium 1, titanium 2, vanadium 3, chromium 4, manganese 5, iron 6, cobalt 7, nickel 8, copper 9, zinc 10. Totally 10 groups are there. And at the bottom we have F block. Okay, so how many groups are there? Lanthanum, cerium, promethium, neodymium, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, and last is lutetium, 14th. Totally we have 14 groups. Okay, so now you see, in the S block, we have two groups. In the P block, we have six groups. In the D block, we have 10 groups. In the F block, we have 14 groups. So this S2, P6, D10, F14, what they represent? They represent maximum capacity of their shells. S orbital can take only 2 electrons. Previous chapter. So only two blocks are there in the S block. Whereas P block can take 6 electrons, because in the P block, according to the magnetic quantum number, there are three orientations: Px, Py, Pz orientation. So Px will take 2 electrons, Py will take 2 electrons, and Pz will take 2 electrons. Totally, the maximum capacity of P block, P orbital is 6. Therefore, we have the 6 blocks. So that means the number of blocks depends upon the electronic configuration, and electronic configuration depends upon the atomic number. Now we are feeling the heat or the importance of what? Atomic number. Atomic number is the most important base for today's table. In the same way, F block capacity is 14, so 14 groups are there. So actual place of F block is not here, not at the bottom, here. You can see in the sixth period, cesium is there, barium is there. That is atomic number 56. So 57 is where? Lanthanum here. Okay. So from 57 to 71, that is from lanthanum to lutetium, these 14 elements are there. No? They are almost same chemically. Electron enters in the F orbital only. So they are almost chemically identical. So that means all these 14 are placed in this only, that is in the small block. How the barium is placed? No, in the same way we have to place 14 here only. But barium is only one element, we can place aram say one element in the one small block. But how to place 14 elements in the small block? So to maintain the beauty of the table, or keeping in mind aesthetic sense of the nature, okay. So what they have made, the correct place for the lanthanum to lutetium is this only, that is from 57 to 71. Okay, but just to make the beautification, just to accommodate comfortably, so time being, or some separate arrangement is made at the bottom. Okay, so this is what first 14 elements. In the same way, one more gap is there here after the radium. Radium is 88. After the 88, 89 comes, that is actinium. Okay, so actinium to the last one, lawrencium. So they also chemically same. So their place has to be here only. First 14 on the above, next 14 below here. So again same reason, just to keeping in mind the beautification of the table. So to make the table somewhat beautiful, okay. So how you go for small makeup, to look beautiful for the photographs, for the shootings, okay, like that. A small beautification using the aesthetic sense or cosmetic property made use here. That's why the next 14 are placed at the bottom. First 14 and next 14 together, totally 14 plus 14, 28 are placed at the bottom, but that is not the correct place. Okay, so just to make what aesthetic sense. Okay, that's why it is looking long. I told you, no, we'll discuss why it is called as long form. Wait, I told. Now the time has come to understand why it is called as long form, because it is looking long at the bottom. Okay, therefore this is also called as what, long form of a modern periodic table. So these two gaps are for the 14 plus 14, 28 elements. That means for all the 14 from lanthanum to lutetium group is this third group only. In the same way, for the excuse me, for the 89 to 103, that is actinium to lawrencium, is the same third group only. And they are called as what? They are called as by different name, F block. So one more name is kept. They are called as actinoids and the lanthanoids, because first 14, if you see, no, first member is lanthanum. So keeping in mind the first member, all are called as what? They are all called as lanthanoids in general. You can tell the second is what? Cerium, okay, promethium. You can call, no problem, right? But in general, they are called as what? Lanthanoids. The same way, the next 14, the first member is actinium. So taking that name, remaining members are called as what? Actinoids. So thorium, uranium, which are two important nuclear reactor elements, they are called as what? Actinoids. They are called as F block elements. Okay, so lanthanoids 14, actinoids 14. So both are called as F block. Their place is exactly in the third group, for time being at the bottom. Okay, right. So this much I made clear about the modern periodic table with respect to the block wise and the electronic configuration and the property wise. Okay, and everything I told. If at all any doubts are there, now you are most welcome to ask doubts, so that we will wind up this modern periodic table. And in the next session, we will study on the same modern periodic table. Some trends are there, so those trends we will study. Okay, so now most welcome. Anything?
Sir, why,
Uh, huh?
sir, why they give S group free book like the P group like that? Sir? Why they give only S group P book,
Hmm.
P block, D block like that? They would have given other name, na sir.
Yeah. For this, you
Why
have to
they
write
are given only S, P,
for
and D?
this. For this, you have to write electronic configuration. One example. Okay, hydrogen I will take atomic number 1. Okay, so how to write electronic configuration of the hydrogen using Aufbau principle? It is 1s1.
One
Okay,
S,
ah,
one S.
that means in the hydrogen only one electron is there. That is the first electron and that is the last electron. So IUPAC made rule that if the in which orbital outermost electron
Why
enters,
is this breaking?
why is it breaking? Now, in which orbital?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Now, now, Kumar, now, still not okay. From my side, it's not a problem, but your voice is still breaking. We'll wait. We'll wait. Now, see, now, now, am I audible
Yes,
clearly?
sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay. To some I am clear, to some I am not clear. So maybe due to some technical issues of that area. Kumar, in hydrogen, that is the only one electron, that is the valence electron. So IUPAC has made some
Okay.
regulations. They see the last electron. In which orbital the valence electron or the last electron or the outermost electron enters, to that block it belongs. Now lithium, atomic number 3. 1s2, 2s1. So the last electron,
Yes, sir.
third electron enters the s orbital. So they all together they are called as s block. In the same way, barium, last electron enters in the two in the s only. Okay. So now you take example of what? Chlorine.
No, sir.
Number 17. So atomic number 17, according to Apo principle, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. 3p5. So the last
Yes,
electron is in the
yes, sir.
3p5.
Yes, sir.
Correct? Okay. Okay. Anything? My co-host Sushmita is waiting.
Sir, send those deleted portions.
You told me, no?
Yes,
Correct. To post the exact
yes.
portion. Correct. Today only I'll post it. Okay. Because that work, this work, that WhatsApp group. So today by evening it will be there in the
Yes,
11th AB group. Okay. Next, anything?
yes, sir.
So it's okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So thank you, Sushmita, and Sushmita team for being with me today, and so that some we clarified regarding the modern periodic table, and further some small topics are there. So day by day we will clarify. Okay. So keep in touch with the subject content, and thanks to Sushmita and the entire team of Sushmita. Thank you and all.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.